Good morning, everybody. How we doing this morning? What a beautiful day. I just ran inside and grabbed a couple of things here real quick. I picked up the eggs, and we're going to drop those off, and then, yeah, I made a boo-boo, and I'll explain that here in just a minute. We are going to go take these eggs and sell them because we have increased yet again our loan. Mr. Lane and I went to a public auction yesterday, and I now have a bigger loan because I bought stuff at the public auction. It was a three-brother auction. Three brothers that owned a whole bunch of equipment and land down in the southeast corner of our country, our county, excuse me. They they bought a whole they had a whole bunch of stuff. I mean, massive amount of stuff. And they sold out. They sold their land, everything. Well, I bought some equipment and I bought some land, and we're going to pass by it. I have already been to the bank and paid for everything, and it put us back about another 130,000. Well, about 125,000. The land was sold as two parcels together. And now there was more land I could have bought, but I can't afford it. There's just no way to afford any more. I really shouldn't have bought what I did, but given the land auction was first, I went ahead and bought the land, and then Mr. Lane, well, he sponsored me to help me out. So we are indebted to him with a sponsorship for the money. So I'm very thankful to him for that. But yeah, this is going to set us back. We got a lot of work to do, and a lot of stuff that needs to go from one place to another and make it back to our farm. I'll show you the land and the items. I don't know if anybody else has picked up stuff or not. I have not been down there to see yet this morning. But I have all of our stuff paid for, and we can just go pick it up. They gave me the keys. So, yeah, our stuff's there. Now, I didn't get everything I needed because Mr. Lane said if there's something I need, I can borrow it. So that'll help. We need this harvest this year to be really good. I mean, like, exceptionally good. Let's see if we can sneak out behind this pickup here. There we go. Because we got to get that loan paid off, and then when we tear down that other shed, I want to tear it down, and we're going to turn it into a sheep barn of some kind. I don't know yet, and this is our new land right here. Almost missed the driveway. This is our new land right here. Now, this land, we need to do some work on it. Again, Mr. Lane has said he will let me borrow anything I need to get the land up to par. And then from there, it'll be my responsibility to contact the co-op and stuff like that. He's very helpful about that and has been. And, yeah, well, I appreciate it from him. Ooh, oh, wow, that was rough. Hope I didn't break any of them eggs. I've never been across that been that rough. Okay, well, the place we're selling the eggs to is right back here down this little road. And then the place where the auction was is a little bit farther on. So that's what we'll do first is we'll get these eggs sold, and then we'll go from there. We do have a grass field now, which will help with our sheep, but I don't have everything else I need. I don't have a front loader, nothing. But I guess we'll work on that later. Okay, here is the place we're going to sell the eggs. There they go. We'll just let these guys unload these for us. And there we go. That helps us out a little bit. That helps us out quite a little bit. But I'm glad that they have this out here for us, because that's going to help us. But, yep, there's our first sale from our farm is some eggs. Well, anyway, we'll get back out here on the road. Hope nobody was coming. Oof. Wow, those railroad tracks are rough. Must be these thin little tires catching. It's the only thing I can think of. Anyway, we'll get over here to where the auction was, and we'll see what we can get home. I called Mr. Lane, and he's going to help shuttle me back and forth and drive the stuff home. So that will be a help in and of itself. But see, Mr. Lane's farm isn't too far away from here. I guess it's some people he knew. But that's Mr. Lane's farm right over there. And then the field that he owns is right here to our left. That's the field we planted. Look how nice that looks. Doesn't that look good? Anyway, and I see he's had the county out, or the co-op out, because the weeds that were in there have died away. So that's a positive in itself. But the auction site is right up here on the left, and the field that we bought is right up here on the right. It's already planted, and this is officially our property right here. So we got a lot of, I mean, we're going to have to call the co-op, have them come spray weeds, and we're going to try to do the lime and the fertilizer ourselves, because Mr. Lane's going to let us use his equipment for that, so that'll help. But let's go over what we had here at this auction, and I'll tell you what we bought. Okay. Doesn't look like anybody else is here yet, but this old chisel right here, it went for $200. I mean, it's a rusty old girl, but we needed something to plow with, and this will work behind all of our tractors. We also bought this 2280 swather right here for our land over there. That is ours. I looked at these two items, but this is just too small for our farm. In fact, the one we have now, the cultivator, is a little bit bigger than this, but this is newer and nicer. But we did buy a cultivator. I'll show you here in a minute. We did not buy this John Deere plow, though. I debated on the two different plows, and I guess this... Oh, that's Mr. Lane texting me here. He'll be here shortly. He's letting me know. Oh, he'll be at my farm shortly. Okay, so we'll have to gather up one of our items and take it. Well, anyway, this plow is just too small, and this will cover a lot more ground in a hurry. I looked at this old Massey Ferguson 1155. Man, that's a nice old tractor. Got a Perkins engine in it, and it runs really good. I don't know which farm this belonged to, but I looked at it. Now, I did bid and win the 4650 here. I did bid on it, and I did win it, and we got it for a really good deal of only 15 grand. And I've been told it could sell for a lot more, but we just, you know, the weather yesterday wasn't the greatest, so we didn't have a big turnout, and it worked in my favor. And this old Minneapolis Moline, it's only 200 horse. Um, I don't even know if they sold it. I really don't. I don't know if it actually sold or not. But this is our combine. This New Holland TR95. They had it up for sale along with, oh, jeez, bushes. With this Massey 860. Can I squeeze up and over? This Massey 860 and this Massey, I don't remember what this one is, 8450. Now, I originally was bidding on this 8450 because it's a hair bit newer, but the price just went way too high. Way too high for my liking. But that New Holland, it went cheap. It went for about 14 grand. So that wasn't too bad. It was just shy of it. I think it was like 13,950 or something. But you know, I looked at these two items. I looked at that mower. This mower, I don't know why it went for such an expensive price, but it went through the roof. That's why we bought that self-propelled mower. And then these items here, they're almost brand new. And, they just weren't worth it. I did, however, buy this John Deere 100 big bale. It can handle the big square bales, not round bales like we have over there, but at Lane's farm. But I like it. It's in pretty good shape. You can see it's sat outside, a little faded in places, but not bad condition. And then I also bought this almost brand new wrapper. Very, very nice. Very, very nice wrapper. It's got plenty of extra wrap with it. And it will wrap square bales. So these two items are ours. I wish I would have had the money for this Cat 75C. Man, this is beautiful. I really wanted to get a hold of this, but they 100 and some thousand for it. I couldn't do it. No way. But we did buy this used Great Plains cedar. So our cedar can then now go up for sale. But yeah, this is our new cedar. Along with this Mack truck. Now, it's in pretty rough condition. They repainted it. The engine runs great. It's got some hours on it. And, not a whole bunch, but they just used it around here. In fact, we can go ahead and move it. That's ours here. We're going to move it out of the way for getting other stuff out. Okay. We needed something to be able to run grain to and from. Now, Mr. Lane kind of pushed me on this truck. I paid more than I wanted to, by far, for this truck. But he pushed me to get it. He said I wouldn't find a better deal anywhere else. So, yeah, I went ahead and got it. Okay, back down here. We're right to the end of everything that we bought. We don't have the power to run like this case ripper or this big sunflower disc or even this sunflower cultivator. I wish we did. And I looked at this chisel plow, this John Deere chisel plow. I mean, they went through, the guys that own this place, they touched up paint. I mean, they really made everything look nice. But I did buy this Patilla Master. I don't know. This is going to replace our cultivator. And the reason we did this one is because it's a little bit bigger than the cultivator we have. It's a little bit more compact and it's a little bit bigger. And it is almost brand new. Now, as far as I know, this particular brand is manufactured overseas, but is pretty common around here. I just haven't seen them. But yeah, this is everything we bought. So now we got to figure out how we're going to get everything home. I kind of figured we're going to move our truck out of the way, our old pickup. And we'll just hook up some items and run them home. And then Mr. Lane can ferry us back here, back and forth. But I think we can take that truck, and I think we can hook at least one of the implements behind it. I think it's got a hitch. Yes, it's got a hitch back there. So let's see if we can't do that, shall we? Whoop, need to go forward. I'm thinking maybe that baler could go behind this. Maybe. I don't know. Probably the baler could fit behind here. And I think we have enough room without moving anything to grab it. Because we don't need to hook up... Ooh, we don't need to hook up the PTO or anything. We're just dragging it home. So we'll try the baler here and see. Will it fit? Ooh, it's close. I'm just going to have to take all my turns nice and easy. But, yep, there's one item that we can start getting towards home. So let's do that. Let's head towards home. And I have no clue where I'm going to put any of this. I imagine Mr. Lane's probably waiting there for us. So we'll try our best to make this quick. At least as quick as we can be anyway. Without going crazy. Ooh, I don't know if... Yeah, brakes are pretty good on this. I didn't check that before I left. That might have been intelligent to do, but oh well. Now, as far as I understand, Mr. Lane said I got a steal on everything that I got. This old truck, everything. I really did get a good price on it. And he thinks it's just due to the way things are right now with the economy and everything else that I'm getting good deals on stuff only because of that. So I'm okay with it. I really am. But now we got to start turning profit. And, you know, he told me kind of a saying. He says, you got to spend some money to make money. And apparently he doesn't think that my farm was big enough because, boy, he sure pushed me to get some more items. Probably a little bit more than I anticipated. Anyway. Well, we'll get back here to the farm. I don't know if he's here already or not. He's probably should be any minute. He said he was on his way. But yeah, this is going to be a nice addition to the farm, I think. The question is, where am I going to put all of this? I don't know right now. I think we're just going to park this truck right over here with the baler. Right here. We'll just go ahead and disconnect the baler there. There we go. And we'll just pull the truck up right here. Yeah, that's plenty of room. Okay, well, he ought to be here. I don't know where he is. Well, I'll wait for him, and I'll see ya here in just a few. Hey, everybody. I've just been sitting here watching him load this up. There's some guys, they came through, and you can see a lot of stuff's disappeared. It's just our couple items there and our 2 items over there, and Mr. Lane's already come and gone. He's going to come get me again after I get everything down. A couple times he'll have to. One for the swather and one for my pickup. But we can get the rest of our stuff with this tractor. But yeah, I guess whoever bought the Massey also bought the Tedder and that. I don't know who has that. But the guy that bought the Cat, he bought that sunflower disc, and I guess they just got it staged up, ready to go. Now I don't know if he bought that Massey Ferguson combine or not. I don't know, but they're getting things staged up. We, on the other hand, are just going to start hauling stuff back to the farm. But we might as well use our new tractor here. It's a good sounding tractor. I mean, really, really good sounding tractor. Seems to be running pretty good. It's got a few hours on it, but overall it's not too bad on the wear and tear. But anyway, I'll kind of bounce back and forth here. I'll cut out a lot of these long trips back and forth, but I'll show you the items, getting them to and from, and we'll go from there. See you in a few. Alright, getting back over here. Looks like everybody kind of has got everything except us. We're kind of the last ones already. Boy, they sure work fast around here. But, you know, it's just me. I don't have anybody else really helping at the moment. And I know there were probably more than a few guys working the other stuff. But, yep, we just keep grabbing stuff and going. And back and forth we go. Now, like I said, Mr. Lane, he went home. He's taking care of the animals for me, so that I can get all of this stuff situated at home. And yeah, so far I'm really liking this John Deere. It's got nice visibility, good driving, clean on the interior. Yeah, looking pretty good. Well, another trip back. We'll see you in a few. Well, here we are. Once again, coming into this yard. We've got 2 more items and then 2 more towed items. And there'll be time to get the combine and the swather, and I forgot about the combine. Earlier I was thinking about it. I didn't even mention it. So that's my own fault there. Oh, there we go. And then yeah, we got all this stuff to get home. Yeah, this is going to be a while. We're going to be a while. But thankfully, they're not in a big hurry. You know, we're not getting yelled at to get stuff done, so that's a positive. But it's just, you know, I look at the time, and each of these runs I make back and forth, man, it just seems like forever running back, forth. I'm starting to question whether having this land this far away is such a good idea or not. But at least it's land. Hopefully I can start turning a good profit from it. You know, what you're supposed to do. But the old John Deere, it's just a trooper here. Boy, that looks tiny behind us, but I know those wings are bigger than they look. Old John Deere's just doing her thing and getting her done. So, that's all that matters. Anyway, I'll see you here in a few when I get this one run. Boy, I'll tell you, at least this is the last trip. One thing about it, this is a comfortable tractor to ride in. Pretty smooth. But, man, back and forth, that wears on you, especially when I've been in this cab pretty much all day, all morning anyway. We're almost to noon, and we're on our final piece of trailed equipment, which is the just this chisel here. So we'll get it hooked up and get it back to the farm. There we go. Yeah, it's seen better days, but you know, if it does the job we need it to do, that's all that matters. That's the only piece of equipment they didn't like paint up and clean up. Might have been a last minute entry. I don't know. Maybe. But anyway, this is the last piece, and then we'll be probably looking at the combine next. Now, a lot of you are probably wondering, well, you've got a combine. Why would you buy another one? Well, we found out what's wrong. There's shaker bushings up in the back end of the combine that help separate chaff and wheat and everything apart. Well, those shaker bushings are no good. They are almost in pieces, and I guess the shaker has done just enough damage that, yeah, it's going to be really expensive to fix it. And I told that to Mr. Lane, and he apologized. You know, he thought it was something minor. And he suggested that I get a different combine. And that's why we bought it. Now, if we have enough money, we'll fix that International up. And we'll sell it or use it. I don't know which yet. I haven't figured that out. But I know if we do use it, it's not a bad old combine. But I don't need two combines sitting around, so I might sell it for parts because it's got a ton of good parts. The engine's in good condition. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. But yeah, this is the journey I have been enjoying, back and forth. Just back and forth, back and forth. But this is the last time. I know Mr. Lane's already up there at the house waiting for us. So I'm going to go ahead and cut it again, and I'll see you on the next run after he drops us off. All right, back again. Well, he's already gone. It didn't take him long. He dropped me down there at the driveway, and I walked up. Well, let's see how my investment here turned out. I hope for the better. We'll find out. Let's go ahead and lift this up. Well, it works. Okay. Well, now we get to take the combine home. This should be interesting. This won't be as easy as the others to get home. Well, it's got some gumption to it. I'll give it that. It sure can get with it. But, yeah, ooh. I didn't think about, well, surely. Oh, yeah, this ain't near wide enough to cause issues there. But, yeah, this has been quite the journey back and forth, I'll tell you. Interesting, the setup on this. This will take some getting used to. Just a little bit. But it runs good. I mean, it runs real good. So that'll be helpful. Because that's what we're going to need. Is we're going to need something that's going to run good. Finally get to let the old John Deere have a little bit of a rest. I imagine it got quite the workout today and didn't even really do anything except drive up and down the road. But I'll have more work for it here in the near future, I'm sure. Now, let's see. Where's the traffic? Well, we're looking good so far. Let's get out here and get right at it. Oh, yeah, here comes some traffic right there. Well, we're in a good position. We can always pull over. We know who owns the property here. So that ain't too bad of a problem. We just pull over right here and we can suck the header down in here. Let them by. I can't tell if anybody's behind me, but if they are, I feel bad for them. There we go. Yeah, not too bad. I think this will hopefully serve us quite well for an extended period of time. It better anyway. We'll put it that way. It better treat us well. Because we got a lot of land to cover with it. A lot more than I thought we would have. There we go. Oh, look at the line of trap. Man, everybody coming from the same place? Wow. Oh, it's lunchtime. That's why. That's why there's so much traffic. It's lunchtime. Everybody's headed off to lunch. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. I might grab me a quick sandwich while I'm over there. Back at the house, anyway. Man. This has been quite the adventure, and yeah. We've got a lot of work to do. I stopped by on my way back, and Mr. Lane and I looked at the fields. It took just a hair bit longer, but we stopped by, looked at the fields, and he said that he thinks I should have him come out, the co-op come out and weed spray. And I told him I can't afford that right now. And he graciously said that he's just going to call the co-op and have him do the weed spraying and just put it on his tab. And he'll deduct it from our pay. So, again, without even knowing it, he has saved me some money. But that means I don't know how much it's going to be, how much money we're going to lose because of that. I hope it's not very much. If it is, we're going to be in a world of hurt. Oh, and that's the other thing. He's going to fill his spreader full of lime, and then whatever I use, I go to the co-op and get more lime, and he will, and then he'll just let us use it. We just pay for the lime and bring it back refilled. So that's what we're going to do, is we'll do that. And that should work out pretty good for us, I think. At least I hope so. And then as far as fertilizer, I don't know if any of those fields didn't look to me like there was very much fertilizer on. I've got a county assessment of the property and what's been done, and I don't see that there's ever been any fertilizer put on there. At least for the crops that are on there right now, or that grass. So we might look into that. The grass, we might cut it and then, start fresh with it. Mr. Lane thought it didn't look too good. He thought I ought to replant that grass. But cut it first. He definitely encouraged me to cut it. So we should do that. We should cut that grass first, and then we can go from there. Oh boy, this is going to be kind of tight quartered down here. We're going to have to run this clear back over here. I don't know where I'm going to put everything just yet. I have not decided. I definitely want as much stuff undercover and not left outside as I can do it. Okay, let's see. Let's just put the header down. That ought to work. Well, that's one of them back. Probably going to have to utilize this shed. I'm afraid to say we're probably going to have to utilize it. And that might, I don't know, that might change our plans around here for what we're going to do. I don't have a whole bunch of land. I was going to tear that down and put up a sheep barn or something, but we might have to look for a new spot for that. Well, I'm going to grab a bite to eat, then I'll call Mr. Lane and have him come get me again, and we'll see you back down there for the rest of it. Hey, everybody. Sorry, I forgot to hit record when I got back down there. Terrible deal, but at least I did it while I was on my way. I remembered. Yeah, it's been a long day already, and it's not even close to being over. We still got to work a little bit of ground, which Mr. Lane said that spreader has got a massive working width, so we shouldn't have to worry there. We should be able to get that done really quickly, and I'll probably time-lapse that for everybody doing the fields. And he's going to switch out everything for me. He's kind of thinking maybe I ought to have the co-op spray fertilizer. That way it gets a good even run, and all I have to do is just lime it. So I'm going to check into that, see what the cost is, and I'm going to find out how much it would be to do the herbicide as well. And if it's not terrible and we can afford it, you know, we don't have a whole bunch of money right now, but I think we have enough that we could make it work. So I'm going to find out from him for sure, and then we'll go from there. But yep, our next journey home is just to get our pickup. Everything else is done. So now comes the fun part of organizing it all into the shed where it needs to be. And, you know, we got some nice sunny weather. I'm not going to get too excited about that just yet. But, you know, I'm going to have to think about it because I honestly do not know where I'm going to put all of this. I really don't. Ooh. Wow, I dang near fell down stepping off of them steps. That's a long drop down there. Okay. Well, all I gotta do is go get my pickup, but I'll meet you back here in just a little while, and I think Mr. Lane should be on his way here any moment. I got a hold of him before I hit record, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, I'll be back with you, and I think we'll be at the point where we're ready to go spread some lime. All right, everybody. Well, I got some things put away. Mr. Lane came and got us a little bit later, and yep, I've got room for everything. I had to utilize the other shed, but I went ahead and got the white, and we're going to use the white to go down and get his spreader. Now, it should be full of lime. He said that he filled it full of lime, so hopefully it is, so that all we have to do is hook up and go work that new ground. I find it interesting. This tractor and the John Deere share a lot in common. Top speed's the same, but this has, I think, a little bit more visibility, you know, when it comes to seeing things. And I was just Googling it for the heck of it. It's got about 5 more horsepower than the John Deere, which that don't really mean much. I think we can get across. Oh, nope, we ain't gonna get across. Oh, look at the traffic. My word. It's only 2:25 in the afternoon, and it's like traffic galore. All right, let's go before anybody else comes in.
to what used to be home. Passing by those little towns I know so well. Stopping for gas and then I'm behind the wheel again. Driving is like a spiritual cleanse, where every mile is a new beginning and every bend holds a new end. Eyes on the road, don't lose control. I'm speeding fast to chase my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day. Neon lights in the fast lane life, riding high, reaching for the sky. I had it all but lost and fell back down again. Spent my time playing the game where every single day was a losing battle and every drink was a dead end. Eyes on the goal, don't lose control. I'm living fast, I've lost my soul. I'm driving to get away, running through emotions high and low, holding on or letting go. I'm fighting another day.
All right, everybody. Well, that's got that all done. And Mr. Lane played a pretty good trick on me. I'm going to have to give him a hard time. I did not know, but lime is free. That's why he chuckled a little bit when he said to pay him for the lime. Oops, I went to the dealer. I got to go back that way. That's my bad. I was too busy talking. Yeah, lime is free. I don't have to pay for it. Nobody does. So, it was kind of a cruel joke on his part. I got a good laugh out of it. But, boy, that train comes through there real often. But, yeah, I got a little bit of a laugh out of it. It ain't no big deal. This area, I did not realize lime is free. Didn't know. So we'll go through here, fill it back up, and take it back to the farm. It took a lot more lime than I thought it would, which is amazing to me. There we go. Fill her full of lime again. Close her up, and we're good to go. So we'll go drop this back at the farm. And, yeah, it's so abundant, there's even a spreader here that anybody could use. So if Mr. Lanes wasn't available, we could actually come get this spreader and use it, and it's okay. It's actually not a problem. But I didn't know at first where I was going. I was truly lost. That just kind of got me a little bit. He played a practical joke on me. He got me. And, yeah, it is what it is. But I'm not going to get too worried about it. I'm just going to tell him it was, horribly, horribly expensive, Kind of get back at him a little bit for his joke. But, oh, you turn. Nice turn signal, buddy. We'll get back here to the farm. Wow. It's a good one. Ooh, I gotta have some Dairy Queen here again soon. It's almost, oh, look at that. It's almost 5 o'clock. Wow, time's flying by. Well, anyway, I'm gonna sign off here. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day, and we'll see you in the next one.